of the world, your perception, that's the gold. And the mind war, as you know, the info war, that's what's been waged and successfully won on the American people, especially the last 40 plus years since the counterculture revolution of our country, 68 time period. So now we're taking it back. The new generation is going to step up and say, no, we need to have access to democratic style forms of discussion and go back to our concept of a republic, which is based on principle. And interesting, I had a good conversation with Jordan Maxwell last night, who I think you know pretty well as an Illuminati researcher. And his whole point is, look, there's a corporation that runs the United States. The U.S. corporation was incorporated around 1871, and they changed the constitutional verbiage from the Constitution of the United States to the Constitution for the United States. And that was for the new corporation that we now live under, which is why it's so easy for them to change the laws and so readily. They don't care about violating the Constitution because the Constitution is for a corporation now, not for the natural Constitution that was supposed to be given to us by our founding fathers. So maybe in the course of having this impeachment process and actually going out and spreading the news, we'll recognize the fact that, wait a minute, a corporation has taken over that republic which used to stand.
Well, I agree with you, and we're at the crossroads right now, and this is a powerful video that's been put together. And I'm honored, Sean, that you contacted us, because I know you've got a lot of different film crews and TV shows and a lot of people at your disposal. Thank you for including the Infowars team and what you did here, because I think we've made a dynamic duo.
Absolutely, and thank you for standing up and saying what you're saying and doing it on a daily basis, because frankly it takes guts. And Jordan Maxwell told me that last night. He's like, Alex is really brave for saying what he's saying. And at a time like this, a lot of people would just they'll focus on smaller issues, things that the Democratic Party, the Republican Party can get behind. But you've been attacking consistently the oligarchy, and that's the real enemy. It's the empire. It's based out of England.
Exactly. Well said. Sean Stone, thank you so much for your courage. And of course, Jordan's. We'll be right back with your phone calls and news. Stay with us.
4, 5, 6, even 7.
Okay, let's go straight into your phone calls, and then I'll get into the latest on Zbigniew Brzezinski, a bunch of breaking news on Iran, the economy. We're going to get a quick update again because our reporter is on it with inside sources. What Henningsen said 2 days ago, writing for Infowars.com and here on the radio, has turned out to be true. I was listening to Fox Radio this morning, and they were saying rumors are now and sources that they're preparing in the next 72 hours for a big announcement. Preparing lends credence to the fact that they're worried about civil unrest if they do not indict George Zimmerman. And then they were cutting to reporters going, well, yes, we're talking to people, inside the prosecutor's office, and it doesn't look like. So again, they're starting to lean towards all that, but he says he has the source inside, and I know Henningsen does first-rate work. I didn't even ask his source because it's a confidential source. I mean, as the editor of Infowars.com, I could make him tell me, but I don't even want to know. His source inside of the prosecutor's office there. Just like I had sources inside Arpaio's office, but I had to send reporters there to confirm what my sources told me, and indeed, that is what they told us then on camera. And, of course, it was Henningsen out there doing those interviews as well. Okay, and enough of that. That's coming up. Right now, let's go to Alan in Illinois. Alan, you're on the air. Welcome.
Hey, how you doing today, Alex?
Good.
Hey, I really appreciate everything you do and all the work you've been doing. It means a lot to us, to a lot of us out here.
Thank you.
I wanted to take time to maybe talk to you for a minute about what happened with the Action Now. With the New York protest and the national protest. I felt like as part of what happened here locally in Illinois, I was at some of the demonstrations and the protests, and it was rampant in disorganization and in people not actually knowing what they're trying to do.
Well, I mean, that always happens during periods of unrest because of depressions. I mean, at first, you're not going to have organized groups. You have the Democrats trying to take control of it, and as soon as they couldn't take control of it, they flushed it.
Yes, sir. Well, I've been listening to you for a long time and trying to figure out the best way to try to put together what you're saying and into action. And I put something together I call Action Now, and it's written down here. I'm putting the last ends on it. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit nervous. I haven't talked to you before. But I'm putting the last on this, and what it's doing is taking what I think is wrong and what you've been talking about, whether it's the banking or the military actions or the safety of our food and water, and I've put it into what I call an umbrella and a type plan. And I'm hoping that maybe you would be interested in listening or taking some some time to help me finish this so what I'm saying is accurate, because I'm just a person who listens to what you say. I'm not an expert in taxation. I'm not an expert in economy. But anyway, just so I don't drag you on too much, under Action Now, just real quick, I took each one of those letters from Action Now and I put it into a little heading. And under A, it would be like abolish the American banking system, the private banking system, and then the Fed. And under C, it would say cancel all foreign military action, offensive military action, that is. And under T, it would say take steps to see that we have clean, safe food, water, medicines, and vaccines. And on and on, like, insisting that the Constitution be reinstated. And under O, I have overhaul the educational system and pop the college bubble. And it goes on and on to where I think that one of the things that was happening when I was at this protest was everybody was standing around, and it felt like everybody had an idea what they wanted, but nobody had any cohesion so that the policies could be moving forward.
Yeah, but that was done on purpose. Soros and others orchestrated everybody to show up at those meetings by leaving it nebulous, and then tried to come in and act like there was no leadership and take control of it. But anytime somebody brought leadership, the operatives would activate and run you out. They wanted protesters to project what the globalists wanted, higher taxes to be paid to the elites as banker bailout money. And when that didn't happen, they had a coordinated Homeland Security raids in cities all over the country to arrest and remove people. I appreciate your call. Interesting ideas that you raise. And so that's what was done. Now they're moving on to trying to cause a race war. As long as the people are out fighting and angry but don't know, which direction they're going in, that helps the banksters. But your point about going after the private Federal Reserve, it's just exposed that we don't have a legitimate government. They own the two major parties at the top. They're trying to take our liberties, and little guys, regardless of race, color, creed, religion, have got to stick together for the Bill of Rights and Constitution and its enforcement so we don't get enslaved. Let's go to another call here. Heather in Tennessee, thanks for holding. You're on the air.
Hello, Alex. That's an awesome video. I'm going to be spreading it.
Thank you.
I want to thank you. And first of all, I want to let you know you're my daughter's hero. I don't know if she's listening. You covered the draconian judge back in November. That was my video from YouTube, just so you have an idea. I did want to say, you did an interview the other day with the guy from the IRS, and I thought that was an amazing interview. And sorry, I have the flu, and I'm a little bit nervous.
Oh, I totally understand. Don't be nervous, man. Ma'am, you sound great. Look, I'm babbling half the time. You're not babbling. You're totally cogent and focused here. But going back to, yes, the judge saying, you know what, I'm just going to take your child and hand it over to somebody. I'm not going to give it to either one of you for no reason. And that thing really went viral. What ended up happening with that case?
Well, my daughter, she actually, she won in the appeals court. They gave her children back as a result of a lot of threats and intimidation. I don't want to go into it too much. The judge recused, and the second judge appointed himself. So she moved back home to Michigan, and right now she has more paperwork in the Court of Appeals that she's awaiting decisions on. But the fight's not over. But the thing is, the kids are safe. They're with her. And I know she wants me to thank you so much. You're her hero. But I wanted to mention the interview that you had with the IRS guy.
Yes.
I totally agree with you at the end. You said, it's not about courage. It's about self-preservation. And, you can only do so much, Alex, and you're covering the big topics. Everybody needs to stand up.
Exactly. You've got to fight in your area. Look, God bless you, ma'am. I appreciate your call. I want to say something about this right now because this hit me this morning while I was exercising. It hit me driving into work. It hit me while she was talking. The reason I get mad when people say, you're a hero, you've got courage, man, you're 1 in a million, you're so great. I'm not. I'm not. I'm somebody who studied history, so I recognize the signs of tyranny 20 years ago. I got on air 17 years ago. I took action. There are people better looking, more eloquent, listening right now, who have better organizational skills, everything, who could do better than what I've done in 17 years. But I have persevered. That's really one of the positive points. And the system tries to tear me down on the image of Alex Jones. They want to make it about Alex Jones so they can then destroy me and then try to destroy the idea of liberty. And I have become a giant of resistance, a giant of conspiracy, as the mainstream media calls it, not trusting known certified criminals and liars. That's what a conspiracy theorist is. Thinking for yourself, not being a chump. That means conspiracy theorist. But it isn't like, oh, great, I reach tens of millions of people every week. It's like, wow, what an incredible responsibility. How do I do a better job? That's why I get so excited when I see Sean Stone doing something or Mike Adams. That's why I get so excited when I see you do something. Is because I realize they're not going to stop us. And more people are taking action. But it's not because you're a hero. It's not because you're going to go out and win every time you fight corruption. It's because when you let evil take over, things get very, very destructive very, very quickly. There's no end to it, because just because you've got one level of corrupt people in place, they're going to get removed by the next level that's even worse, and then on and on and on. That's what happens. We're in danger, folks. I'm not doing this because I'm a hero and I'm going to fix it all. I'm doing it because I'm trying to survive here. I know history. I know geopolitical systems. And I've got something I want to show viewers. If you go to Infowars.com, you can link through in the Obama impeachment article, Impeach Obama 2012, Join the National Campaign is the name of the video. But on the website, it's just called Obama Impeachment 2012 is the name of the article. But I'm reading some of these during the last break, and look at this person commenting here. And I'm not mad that they're attacking me. I'm sad. Because even if I just got involved in this, they shouldn't be mad at me. But the truth is, I've been saying impeach Obama for over 3 years. And I've been having the Congress people on the show. You know how hard it is to get them on? And I've been covering it. I mean, I've been the focal point of trying to impeach him. I've been covering it every day intensely in the last year. And they say, it's about time somebody brings this to the surface. What happened to Alex Jones on this? Question mark, question mark, question mark. What happened to you? You certainly weren't watching the show or listening. Why have we not heard anything from Ron Paul? I will say this. We need to see more on Ron Paul about supporting the impeachment stuff. I never criticize Ron Paul, but he needs to go after Obama. I said that day one, make his campaign about that, and it didn't happen. I said to him in the last interview, I said to go after him. So he's right on that, but don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Something just doesn't seem right with this picture. Well, something doesn't seem right with you saying, I haven't been covering this. And again, don't go after people in the arena. I want to see something out of all of you out there before you tell me I'm not doing enough. Because it's that attitude that's got us in this position. Nobody's done more than I have. And then you one-up me like you're the big man? All right, I'll go back to your phone calls and then a bunch of other news that I haven't gotten to. I promise I'm going to blitz through some news. I promise I will attempt as best I can. But again, it's not that somebody criticizes me. I don't care about that. I don't care when Nightline, says I'm dangerous and evil. In fact, I see that as a badge of honor, that I'm drawing flack from some of the biggest enemy propaganda guns. It's that when the average internet type person just always says, Jones is a Fed, and then that one-ups to where they're a moral person because they've said they're good and I'm bad. I know I'm good. I know I'm real. I know I'm a model of resistance and victory, thanks to God's graces, your prayers, and support. And I want to live up to the great honor and potential I've been given. But I really want to teach others that they have power. And when people lie, because 99% of the time, it's just total